afternoon, Belle. I'm Katie. I'll be your case manager.
Hi Katie, it's nice to meet you.
Same here. So before we begin, I just want to let you know that everything that we do discuss today will be confidential unless it seems as though you're hurting yourself or others or you yourself is in danger. With that being said, I would like you to make yourself as comfortable as possible. And do you have any questions before we move forward?
Nope.
Okay, perfect. So if at any time you'd like to stop, that's completely okay. Just let me know.
Okay, I got it, thank you.
Okay. So after looking through your file, I see you're a student athlete at Springfield College. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so I play basketball at Springfield College. I'm on the team there and I really enjoy it. It's been great and I actually was just voted captain by my teammates this past year.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. I've been working for getting this position since I was a little girl, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's not an easy task to accomplish, something you should be very proud of. So when did you start playing basketball?
So I was on my first basketball team in 5th grade, but I used to always play in the backyard with my older brothers, and it's been a big part of my life for a really long time, and it's kept my family really close, and it's always been there to help me get my mind off things and just kind of get my energy out. And with that being said, I just don't even know what to do anymore with everything that's happened.
Yeah, I understand that with serious injury, things may seem as though they don't make sense. You've had a great deal of change in your life in the past week. So can you tell me a little bit more about that injury, like how it happened?
Yeah, so it happened during our holiday tournament at school. We were playing our rivals, and the game was super close, and it started to get a little physical, and there was a girl on the other team, and she was much taller than me, and it was obvious. And she was their best player, which everyone was well aware of. Even I could tell that she was scoring a lot at the beginning, and then as she started to score less, she became frustrated, and she began to get really physical, and even when we took the lead, she was getting even more frustrated. And from then on, it got worse, and the refs had to speak to us twice. And all I remember is I was jumping up for a ball, and I remember being on the ground. I landed, and I knew something was wrong. I had never experienced pain like that in my life. It was excruciating, and I couldn't even believe it was real. The athletic trainers, they ran right up to me, and they carried me off the court. They brought me right off to the side, and I was too scared to look. My leg was just so swollen, and senior year, the same thing kind of happened to me. I had a season-ending injury, and I didn't want it to be the same thing that happened in high school. It was horrible. I just broke down crying right there. I couldn't even figure out what was going on. All I felt was emptiness. I didn't even want to believe it was really happening to me.
Yeah, I'm sure. So let me just make sure I understood you correctly. You were playing your team's rival. The game was a good game, very physical. Sounds like a good game to play in. One of those games you like to play in. And then the thing that you don't want to ever happen happens. You jump up, you're on the ground, you're hurt, and all you can think about is that injury that happened 4 years prior to end your high school season. Am I correct?
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Okay. So when you experienced your injury senior year of high school, how'd that make you feel?
Well, when I got hurt in high school, I just felt like I could never get into college. It was horrible. I was not yet committed, and being hurt, coaches couldn't watch me play anymore. I was sitting on the sidelines, and I just thought they wouldn't want someone like me who wasn't getting better. They were just sitting there watching their team when everyone else was working hard at getting better, and I wasn't.
Yeah. And even though you felt that self-doubt at that time that you wouldn't get into college, or you wouldn't get into college and play basketball, you actually were able to play basketball, and look where you are now, a senior captain of the women's basketball team.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm really grateful to be there. I'm really grateful to be a student athlete there too, especially. And I just don't know what to do anymore. Everything's so different. In a matter of 1 week, my life changed so drastically. It's been completely turned around. And basketball used to be the best part of my day. I would go, and I could barely wait to get to practice, and now I can barely even get to practice without being in pain. I sit and watch the team. I just want to cry. Physically, I'm in pain, and emotionally, I'm not even sure what I've been feeling recently. My teammates know that this is really difficult for me, and they're just trying to help and make me feel better, but honestly, they're making me feel way worse. I want to cry every time I have to go watch them, and I just don't know how to get through this.
Belle, I sense you're feeling very upset about this injury, and although you have this major injury, you don't want your teammates to be treating you any differently, correct?
Yes, I just want it to be the same way as before I got hurt, and so things can remain normal.
Have you spoken with your teammates who are treating you like this, maybe pitying you, or maybe the athletic trainers or even coaches, seeing if they could maybe address the problem if you feel uncomfortable doing it yourself?
No, I haven't. I don't know what to say.
Okay, so how about we make a plan? Does that sound good for you?
Yeah, I would like that.
Okay, so let's start with your athletic trainers. Would you be comfortable talking to them about how you feel and how your teammates are making you feel?
Yeah, I would be comfortable with that. I have a very good relationship with my athletic trainer, actually, and he always have had my best. He's always had my best interests in mind, and he's helped me before with injuries I've had to deal with in the past.
Okay, so I think that's a good place to start. Next time you see your athletic trainer, since it sounds like you guys have a good, close relationship, when he asks you how you're feeling, talk to him about how your teammates have been making you feel, because an injury does encompass more than just the physical pain. So the emotional aspect is part of it. So maybe he'll be able to address your teammates more from a medical perspective, and it will make it seem like not that they're making you feel bad, but he'll be able to tell them that, yes, she has this, but she doesn't want to be treated differently. She doesn't want it to completely change her life because it was such a major injury.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, especially because I really do appreciate the help from my teammates and the support they've been giving me, but I know they're really only just trying to help. So I don't want it to seem like I don't want their support, and I don't want it to seem like I don't appreciate it, but at the same time, I want to be treated the same way as I was before I got injured.
Okay, then yeah, I think this is a good plan. So just to close up session today, we discussed your leg injury that recently happened and how it's been making you feel and how it's been affecting your daily life. Moving forward, we've made a plan for you to address your athletic trainers about how your teammates have been making you feel and that the sympathy that they are giving you actually isn't helping. So does that sound right, or am I missing anything?
Nope, you're not missing anything. That sounds right.
Okay, perfect. So I want to thank you for coming in today, and I understand that going through this is a lot, and coming in and sharing how you've been feeling with someone who you just met today can be difficult. So thank you for being open during today's session, and if this helped, I'd love to talk to you again next week at some time if that sounds good to you.
That sounds great. Thank you for helping me today.
Thank you.